The first thing I knew was that I had forgotten everything. I woke up on a beach, cold and sore. The waves pulled at me like they didn't want to let go. My clothes were damp, my hair stuck to my face, and my head throbbed. I tried to sit up, but my body felt heavy. Then I saw it. A mark on my arm, carved deep into my skin. It didn't hurt, but it looked strange. Like a symbol. It glowed for a moment, then faded. I had no idea what it meant. I heard voices. People stood a few feet away, staring at me. More of them gathered, watching, whispering to one another.
Who is she? She's not from here.
A man stepped forward. He was older, his face lined and serious.
What's your name?
I opened my mouth. Nothing came.
Where are you from?
Silence.
Do you remember anything?
I shook my head. The man sighed.
She has nowhere to go. Until we know who she is, we will give her shelter.
An old woman stepped forward. She had silver hair and a steady gaze.
She can stay with me until she remembers.
And just like that, I was given a home. They gave me a name, too. Ivy. Miriam, the old woman, was quiet but kind. She gave me food, let me rest, and told me I would remember when the time was right. I helped her with chores. I carried water, gathered vegetables, and cooked with her. But something was wrong. Everywhere I walked, the floor was wet behind me. At first, I thought it was nothing. Maybe I'd spilled something, but it kept happening. No matter how many times I dried the floor, the water followed me. And the mark on my arm, it glowed whenever I was near the sea. Miriam noticed, but she never said a word. One day I went to the market. The village was small, the people friendly but distant. They greeted me, but their eyes lingered too long, like they were waiting for something. I walked past the stalls, looking at the fruits, the cloth, the baskets. Then I saw it. A necklace, silver chain, a deep gemstone in the center. Something hit me all at once. A girl. Dark hair, a familiar smile. She wore the necklace, laughing.
You'll always find me. No matter what happens, Lirien, you'll find me.
Lirien. That name, it felt real. I turned to the shopkeeper. Where did this come from?
A merchant sold it to me. Found it offshore.
Who did it belong to?
No idea. Are you buying?
I didn't have enough money. I walked home, my stomach tight. Miriam saw my face as soon as I got home. She noticed something was off.
What's wrong?
I hesitated, then told her the necklace, the memory, the name Lirien. Miriam listened, then stood. She bought the necklace for me the next day. The moment I held it, another memory struck. I was underwater. People like me surrounded me. Their hair floated with the current, their eyes bright silver. And the girl was there. My sister. It all made sense. I wasn't Ivy. I was Lirien. I wasn't from here. I didn't belong on land. I was a mermaid. And my sister had been taken. I had to find her. But I wasn't the only one uncovering secrets. That night, Miriam left the house. She met with the village chief. I followed her. I hid behind a tree and listened.
She's remembering.
The chief was quiet for a long time. Then he spoke.
Then we must act before she remembers everything.
My stomach dropped. They knew. They knew who I was. And they didn't want me to find out. I needed to leave. I needed to find my sister. And I needed to do it before they stopped me. That night, I didn't sleep. Miriam had known the truth all along. The villagers had stolen my sister. They had stolen me. My name wasn't Ivy. It was Lirien. The knowledge burned inside me, and as I stared at the ceiling, the memories tugged at the edges of my mind, just out of reach. Memory of my sister's voice echoed in my head.
You'll always find me, no matter what happens, Lirien.
The words triggered something deep inside. A sharp pain shot through my skull, and suddenly everything came flooding back. I remembered the ocean, endless and shimmering under the light of the moon. I remembered swimming alongside my sister, our tails slicing through the water. We were daughters of the sea, born to a powerful merfolk family. The humans feared us, but we had never harmed them. Then the storm came. The waves had been violent that night, crashing against the shore. Humans stood on the cliffs, torches in hand, waiting. They had planned it. They knew we would be close to the surface. The net had wrapped around my sister first, dragging her upward as she screamed my name. I had tried to reach her, but rough hands had seized me, ropes tightening around my waist, dragging me onto the sand. I had fought. I had begged. But they had taken her, locking her away. I was too strong, too dangerous, so they had done something worse. They erased me. The chief had marked me with a powerful sigil, stripping me of my memories, turning me into an empty shell. They had taken my name, my identity, and left me to become one of them. But they had failed. The truth burned inside me now, a fire that wouldn't be extinguished. My sister was still trapped somewhere in this village, and I was going to get her back. Miriam shifted in her sleep, oblivious to the storm rising inside me. I crept toward the door. The floor creaked beneath me. I held my breath. I stepped outside. The village was dark and quiet, but I knew that wouldn't last. If they were planning to stop me, they'd act soon. I had to move fast. I ran. The night air was cold against my skin. My feet pounded against the dirt path as I moved through the village. The ocean was calling to me, but I couldn't leave yet. Not without my sister. I didn't know where I was going, but something inside me did. My feet led me toward the hills at the edge of the village. There was an old building there, half buried in rock and covered in vines. A place no one ever talked about. I pushed open the heavy wooden door. The smell of salt and damp stone filled my nose. The air was thick, almost suffocating. Then I heard it, a voice, weak, barely above a whisper. I followed the sound, moving deeper into the dark. A cage, and inside, a girl. Her hair was tangled, her skin pale, but I knew her. Even after all these years, I knew her. My sister. She lifted her head, and her eyes widened.
Lirien,
I found you.
you have to get me out. They won't let us leave.
Footsteps echoed behind me. I turned. Villagers filled the doorway, torches in hand. Miriam stood among them, her face unreadable.
You were never supposed to remember.
Why? The chief stepped forward.
Because the ocean took too much from us. We lost our children to the storm, but the sea never paid the price. So when we found your kind, we took something back. We took her.
She didn't belong to you.
You don't belong to us either, but I hoped you would stay.
The villagers closed in. I had no time. We ran. The villagers shouted behind us, but we didn't stop. The ocean was ahead. The moment our feet touched the water, something inside me awakened. I turned to my sister. Hold on. The water wrapped around us like a second skin. The moment we were fully submerged, the change happened. Our tails glowed beneath the moonlight, strong and powerful. The villagers reached the shore, but They could only watch. We were home. The ocean embraced us, carrying us far from the island. We swam for hours, moving deeper into the sea. And then, in the distance, we saw them. Figures with silver eyes, waiting beneath the waves. Our family. Our mother covered her mouth, tears escaping her eyes. Our father swam forward, his eyes wide with emotion.
We thought we lost you both.
I closed my eyes, letting the warmth of home sink in. I had found the truth. I had found my sister, and now I was finally where I belonged. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment for more inspiring stories and content.